So we're sailing into 2024, and the rumor is we could have the biggest crypto bull market that the world has ever seen. We have the likely ETF approvals. We have the Bitcoin halving, the event that happens once every about 4 years that historically has skyrocketed Bitcoin and the entire crypto market. And of course, we have the US election, which means there's going to be a lot of volatility, very possibly straight up and to the right. And the rumor is the best place in all of crypto to put your money, according to some of the best traders out there, is crypto gaming. And picking the right crypto gaming tokens could give you some pretty life-changing gains. I don't know about you, but I'd like some life-changing gains. But the problem is when I was researching which crypto tokens to buy, I came across videos like this one from Crypto Casey, which told me the 7 best crypto games to buy. And I clicked on it, excited because I do like Crypto Casey, but all of the token recommendations were these old dinosaur coins that blew up last bull run. A lot of the tokens that she's recommending are already valued into the billions of dollars. How are we supposed to get our 50x returns if it's valued at $5 billion already? I mean, let's have a look at Gala. It's a fantastic crypto gaming development company that a lot of influencers are currently shilling, but it's already valued at $1.5 billion. And for it to give us a 60x return on our money, it would have to become the number 3 token and sit in there behind Ethereum's current valuation. So in this video, I want to give you 3 really awesome dinosaur coin alternative. That's 3 new kid on the block tokens that have the ability to give you this 50x without having to have $1 trillion enter its market. So if that excites you, put on your dinosaur hat, hit that like button down below, and let's get into it. All right, let's start by talking about the first dinosaur token. And this is still a very popular token spoken about by the show's favorite man, Alex Becker. And the token is called Alluvium. And in the last bull run, it was one of the only high production AAA style games. They built an audience of over 380,000 Twitter followers, have onboarded some of the biggest influencers in the game, and last bull market, it paid off for them because Alluvium went from about $40 per token to over $1,800 per token. And it had, I've done this before, but it's shocking every time I read this line, a fully diluted market cap of $18 billion. But despite that, when you factor in all of Alluvium's inflation that's rolled in over the last few years, it only has a 3x to go before it's back at its all-time high. So if you're happy with 3x, go ahead. But if you want to know the new kid on the block, the new alternative to Alluvium, you should check out BloodLoop. BloodLoop is an intense 5v5 hero shooter set in a dystopian future, blending dynamic third-person combat with unique hero abilities. It features diverse modes like free-for-all and team deathmatch, set in the metaverse integrated Infinity Plaza. It also has some really high-quality AAA style graphics as it's being built on Unreal Engine 5. You can think of this game as the Valorant of the crypto world, or as some people prefer to say, the Halo of the crypto world. And as you know on this show, we are a fan of narratives, and BloodLoop has a lot of killer narratives going for it in 2024. They have Alex Becker, the show's favorite man, on as advisor. 2 mentions in the first paragraph. We can't go a day without him. It's being built on Avalanche, which is the strongest gaming narrative layer 1 in this cycle. And of course, it's being incubated by none other than Seedify, the #1 crypto gaming launchpad. Now, the BloodLoop token hasn't actually launched yet. They do have an NFT collection that was out there and did extremely well, but it's one to keep an eye on, especially looking at what sort of valuation it comes out at, because fingers crossed, it's not going to be a dinosaur token out the gate and be valued into the billions. Me personally, I'm hoping for a couple $100 million. Although we have personally participated in the seed round of this ICO, so if it's valued in the billions, I'll be happy as well. Which takes us to token number 2, the dinosaur token, the joke of the last bull market, the one we called way ahead and saved a bunch of people money and the people didn't listen. Clearly lost a bunch of money if you look at the graph. It's the worst graph you could possibly imagine. Thetan Arena. Now, if we visit this old friend, this train wreck of the Paleolithic era, we'll remember that it was a multi-online battle arena crypto game for mobile. It was really well produced, it had a lot of players, it had all the hype going for it, except for its disrespectful dilution schedule. And if you're seeing any influencers pumping Thetan Arena in this next bull cycle, block them and run as far as you can away, because it's not something that I want to personally be participating in. Last bull market still managed to hit a $6 billion fully diluted market cap despite its obnoxious dilution schedule. But this time around, Thetan Arena has a much more attractive, better looking, more handsome, taller, jacked little brother and it's called Army of Fortune. Now, Army of Fortune has been developed by Supercell veterans. If you don't know who they are, they're the makers of Clash of Clans, one of the best-selling games of all time. And they are attempting to revolutionize mobile gaming with its expansive Web3 metaverse. This immersive universe features interconnected games, including their first Army of Tactics, an auto-battler mobile game, and they also have future games in the works like Army of Fortune. Their in-game token is currently out, but we have personally reached out to the project and they confirmed that there is no supply limit on this token, so it's a very dangerous game to play. So instead, we are hanging out for its governance token that is set to launch in Q1 of 2024. That's this year, of course. And this project seems to be doing almost everything right. They've got one of the highest ratings that we've ever had when we broke down a token. From their social media and their millions of followers built around the characters that are in these games, to launching an entertaining beta version of their game, also having one of the most stacked teams and narratives behind them. They're going to be launching on Arbitrum in the next couple of months, and the only question that remains is what will their valuation be? Fingers crossed it's going to be low, but once again, we participated in the seed round. If you didn't, join our Patreon, link is in the description below. We'll get you access to these opportunities so you know when these things are popping up, and you could ride the highs with us instead of sitting there on the sidelines spectating everyone else making a bunch of money. And this takes us to Dinosaur coin number 3, a very controversial coin, because I'm going to say his name again. Our favorite man on the show, Alex Becker, apparently this is his #1 token that he is holding. He does hold it on a centralized exchange, so we don't know exactly how much, but he has said it before. And the token, of course, is Vulcan Forged. Before I get into this one, I'm not saying Vulcan Forge isn't going to do really well. They have a lot of things going for them, and they probably will perform really well, but wait till I introduce you to its little brother, because it's got a lot more upside in my personal opinion. But first, Vulcan Forged. They describe themselves as the ultimate Web3 ecosystem. They have Vulcan Studios, its gaming studio. They have Elysium, a carbon neutral layer 1 blockchain, and they have Metascapes, its upcoming metaverse as a service project. It's powered by PYR and Lava. The Vulcan Forge ecosystem has over 10 NFT and gaming projects, including popular Vulcanverse and Berserk, a strong and growing community of 20,000 plus members who believe they can deliver the best immersive experience. Last bull market, we saw this be realized, going from just over $1 a token all the way up to $44 a token. But once again, when you factor in all the dilution that's come, even though it's priced at $8, it's only got a 4x to go now until it hits its old all-time high. This is not the 50x Lambo money that we're looking for. So instead, have a look at this token. I've mentioned it here on the channel before. I'm a big fan of it. It's called Domi, or DOI Online. And Domi is a massive multiplayer online role-playing game set in a medieval fantasy world, basically the Web3 version of World of Warcraft or RuneScape, which is interesting because they say that they have assembled a team of some of the best in the industry, with our lead developer coming from the world's biggest free MMORPG, RuneScape. They've got blockchain experts from Chain Guardians, sound and sound effects by Palek, the League of Legends and Magic the Gathering, and Power Rangers sound designer. And what I really personally like about Domi is that when you go and you study this project, all they really talk about is the game. The blockchain comes second. They have a massive 76 or so page white paper, and 95% of it is talking about the in-game mechanics, and only 5% of it is dedicated to actual blockchain technology or their currency. Their founder is super eccentric. His name is Per Frederick Palek Asley, also known as the Johnny Sins of the Web3 world, as he's an actor, a director, a singer, an artist, and now runs his own game studio. And in all of those aspects of his life, he's succeeded really well. He had a big TV show. He's got a bunch of YouTube subscribers for his music. And now this is his new project. Now, although they were around in the last bull cycle, they didn't get realized by the mainstream, and therefore, although it's an older project, I like to look at its market cap. They're only currently sitting at a $40 million fully diluted value, and this is a token that I'm going to be keeping my eye on.